What's good with y'all, family? How y'all doing? This is Mario Matthews, owner and operator of Minutes Till Dawn Productions and author of the new book, Dream No More, Rise of a Lion. Dream No More, Rise of a Lion is a coming-of-age tale starring Lyon, a young boy who was torn from his family due to a civil war, taken in by a host family and nursed back to health. They come to find out that not only has he been displaced from the opposite side of his continent, but his family is also captured by an all-powerful sorceress. So now Lyon and the host family is on a quest to retrace their steps back to where they found him in order to unravel the mystery surrounding his unique circumstances and to teach him the skills necessary for the journey ahead. You can purchase this book right now at Amazon and Lulu.com. Amazon, you can get the paperback and the ebook. On Lulu, you can get this hardback version. Dream No More, Rise of a Lion in stores now. Thank you. All right, so this story is crazy, bro. Because a lot of people ain't really connecting the dots on this. And it's one of those things where, people are like, wow, I didn't expect nothing like this to happen. Why is this? Why did this happen? It's like, dude, where have you been in the last, 400 years? You see what I'm saying? These rich white folks be getting away with this all the time. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I got a story right here. Name of the story is called, and this is coming from KTLA5. This is LA news station. It reads, man arrested after more than 1,000 guns found in Bel-Air home during investigation into selling, manufacturing of weapons. All right, so long story short, this this is a white dude. He seems to be rich, and he's also seems to be of Hispanic origin or Latin. And for those who don't know, you can be a Hispanic person and still be classified as white. Okay? All right? You can be that. All right? This ain't rocket science. Race is a classification. Okay? All right. With that being said, let's get into this story because I'm going to break this down a bit. I don't want this video going on too long, and there's a lot of people that acting like they haven't been, they haven't been awake, or for a better term, they haven't been in this world for the last, some odd years or whatnot. But let's get into this, man. All right, so a man arrested after more than 1,000 guns were recovered from a Bel-Air home Wednesday during an investigation into an illegal selling and manufacturing of weapons, officials said. Gerard Sanez, I guess that's his name. I'm butchering his name. Gerard Sanez, 57, of Los Angeles, was arrested on suspicion of distribution, transporting, importing, selling, and lending an assault weapon, the Los Angeles Police Department says. Okay, so first things first. We've already got reports online saying that nobody knows whether or not this person is a white supremacist, something like that. Okay, all right, fine. We don't know. However, what we do know is this dude has been selling weapons illegally to people. So that begs the question, who is he selling them to? This dude got a stockpile of 1,000 guns in his house that has been illegally purchased or manufactured and sold off to somebody who we don't know. You feel me? And if y'all hear that in the background, sorry. Sorry about that. But at any rate, this dude has over 1,000 guns in his house, and we know he ain't shooting at all. He's selling it to somebody, and we don't know who it is, right? Now, it was Neely Fuller Jr. who said that, white supremacists like to take both sides of the argument. This is a sort of tactic that they use in order to ensure victory by taking both sides of every argument It doesn't matter which size lose, you win. Well, with that being said, I'd imagine that this guy was selling illegal firearms to anyone who would purchase them. This includes white criminals, this includes black criminals, this includes any criminal within the spectrum of selling these weapons to. And you wonder why we got so many people who has felonies and criminal backgrounds, with illegal firearms and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? What y'all need to be doing, FBI, CIA, ATF, and all of these law enforcement agencies, what y'all need to be doing is more of this, more investigation into these rich white folks who had so much money and time on their hands that they could pump the rest of the public with all these illegal drugs and firearms. That's what y'all need to be doing. Y'all need to be investigating them. Yeah, y'all around the hood messing with poor black folks who don't have none of the capabilities that these people have. What's up with that? But we know what's up. We know what's up with that. Let's continue, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. The LAPD and the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosive officials were conducting a joint investigation when a search warrant was served at the home on the 100 block of North Beverly Glen Boulevard at about 4 a.m., police said. Aerial video from Sky 5 showed federal agents and police examining thousands of guns laid out in a courtyard area of the home. The property is in an upscale area of multi-million-dollar homes. LAPD Lieutenant Chris Ramirez said the guns were of all makes, calibers, and models, and that more than 1,000 rounds of live ammunition were also recovered from the home. The weapons will be itemized and booked into evidence, the lieutenant said. So there you have it. And people like to say, well, I can't believe this is happening around where I am. Man, come on, bruh. Every time we got one of these mass shootings going on, and we just had one not too long ago, people start stockpiling all these weapons and guns. Where you think they're getting it from? Where you think all this is going? Who has the money to fund this amount of purchase for guns and ammunitions to be stockpiled? And to make matters even more, obvious, what is the best place to hide a stockpile of weapons like this in a country that is known for its racism? You hide it in plain sight, in a place where law enforcement and officials will never suspect anything. A rich, white, upscale neighborhood. That's where, okay? That's where. I mean, damn, it's not rocket science, bruh. You know what I'm saying? You could put together a task force right now to do all that stop and frisk y'all was doing in New York to all those black people, okay? Why don't y'all do the same thing to these folks in Bel-Air? But, we can't do that because these are the good folks. These are the good folks. You know, they got the complexion for the protection, as Paul Mooney would say. It's utterly ridiculous, bruh. You know what I'm saying? It's already known that black people and white people break crime. Like, they do the same amount of crime at the same rate. Yet black people are disproportionately, criminalized. They're disproportionately, taken into custody with these the drug laws in place that are specifically targeting black people, locking them up in prison at enormous prison rates. And before they could even get their due process, They're stuck in a debtor's prison where they can't make bail, so they're stuck there, and it takes them years in order to even get a trial. Constitution, right? Jeez, bro. This is sad, man. This is pathetic, but it's to be expected. It's to be expected at this point because at this point it's become a pathology, and that's the thing. That's the thing that people do not want to admit, especially in this country on a mass scale, that this sort of stuff is pathologized to where it's acceptable for white people, especially rich white men, to have this amount of capability where they can just stockpile guns, ammunition, and they ain't gonna use it. So what do? They start selling it to, to other people, whether they be white supremacists or criminals from who knows where else. Who knows? None of those two things are exclusive, by the way. But hey, we got the police sitting there in my hands like, I don't know where to check. I didn't see this coming. This is the biggest pile of guns I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, no shit. Oh, well, excuse my language, but yeah, you get it. Anyway, let's finish this out. This is a big stash, Ramirez said. It's beyond comprehension that someone can have so many weapons in a residence like this, in a neighborhood like this. He added that the incident appears to be isolated and that there is no threat to the public, but the weapons could have ended up in the wrong hands. Video shows officers taking a bearded man in dark clothing into custody outside of the home. You notice they didn't say the dude's race, right? Then again, the name suggests the race. It's kind of saying that it seems like he's a white Hispanic, but hey, whatever. Anyway, public property records for the address being searched indicates it's a 5-bedroom, 8,200 square feet home that was last sold in 2001. You're gonna have to excuse me. The writing in here could be a little wonky, but yeah, whatever. Its value is estimated at more than $7 million, according to real estate website Redfin. The home is owned by Cynthia Beck, who has 3 daughters with J. Paul Getty's son, according to public record. It's unclear whether Beck is connected to the investigation. Rabbi Shum Maltz with Shabbat of Bel-Air, Shabbat of Bel-Air said his synagogue is in the same neighborhood that was the scene of a massive law enforcement raid Wednesday. I grew up in Brooklyn. I've seen a lot of things. I've never seen stockpiling this big, Mintz said. He added that he recently met with worshipers after the deadly synagogue shooting near San Diego and discussed ways congregants can secure their home from gun violence. He believes incidents like these put everyone further on edge. You don't want this in your backyard, he said. Police said Sands is being held on a $50,000 bail. So this dude who's been illegally selling, purchasing, and manufacturing firearms has a $50,000 bail. Are you serious right now? $50,000. I know drug dealers who had higher bails than that. It's a shame. This is a shame. I've seen traffic violations and stuff like that from black people who have higher bells than that. Anyway, that's this video. This is Mario Matthews, owner and operator of Menace Till Dawn Productions. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Don't worry, we stand on their neck because if anything, I want y'all to keep a realistic approach to the reality that we live in. You feel me? You know, we have to be on our guard because we got a lot of craziness going on here. A lot of these, racist, white supremacist people are just, they're going ham right now. And we got to be on our guard. And y'all be cool. I love y'all. Y'all take care. Never last.